Dash. Dash, what did you do to my computer? Hey, what's going on?
Hello, who are you?
Hi, I'm Mrs. Incredible. What's this?
I'm Spider-Gwen. I was looking for my friend Miles. I must have somehow gotten linked up to your computer, which is really weird.
My son is messing with it all the time. I don't even know. But, well, hi.
Hi, nice to meet you. It's nice to meet a fellow superhero.
Excuse me. This thing on?
It is. Hi, Spider-Man. You're a different Spider-Man.
I knew this would work.
I can't believe it actually worked.
What universe are you from?
From a very different universe from yours, but
Well,
I'm very excited to see you.
This is awesome. I've been working on this all day. Jeez.
Oh, well, that's fantastic. Miles will be excited to know there's another Spider-Man.
Is this a normal thing for you to be able to see between dimensions or whatever's happening?
I have a special device that helps me connect to different dimensions and different superheroes, but I've never met you before, so that's very exciting.
Mm-hmm. That's why I don't use my computer too often. We've just been getting it set up.
Well, let me try one more time because my friend Miles was right here, so maybe you guys can meet him. Hey, Miles.
Okay.
What? Who's there? Oh, no. Why are you calling? It's like 6 a.m. in my universe.
I'm sorry, did I wake you up?
The bat nap.
Well, it's very nice to see you again, Batman.
Are you still looking for your little friend?
I know.
Wait, he's right there. I see him.
That's not Miles.
Oh,
This is
that's
Spider-Man.
okay.
And this is my new friend, Mrs. Incredible, as well.
Hi. So am I using this? Are we supposed to be right up here? That's what you're doing. Is this right?
It's not quite that close. I don't know what's going on with Batman. I think it's because I woke him up in the middle of his nap.
I call it dramatic doom.
Oh.
Come on.
All right.
The bad guys hate this part. I'm watching you.
Oh, so what I usually do, what we usually do is I ask questions. I have some friends that ask me questions, and they want to know what superheroes think about. So I was curious, can I ask you guys some of my questions?
Well, certainly.
Go ahead.
Okay.
I'm on the clock.
All right. So the first question is, if you could fly for one day, where would you fly to? Batman, you can't fly, can you?
I fly all the time in my bat jet,
Oh.
bat copter,
Oh, okay.
and other bat-related flying devices. And I go wherever I want. But if I were like Superman and I could fly, I would go to space.
Oh, that seems like a good place. Where in space would you go? Just float?
Mars. Because they have good candy bars.
Interesting. I didn't know that. Very interesting to know.
That's where they make all the good stuff.
Oh, very
Plus you
nice.
could get like a Milky Way.
I don't think that's where they come from. I'm pretty sure.
Space. I'm kind of embarrassed to share my answer now. I just want to go to Fiji. How about you guys?
Fiji sounds like a wonderful place. I said Africa because I want to see all the animals.
Well, I don't fly with superpowers, but I do have a pilot's license, and I can fly jets and helicopters and such. But anywhere that my family could go on a vacation would be lovely. We've been a few places, but I think Hawaii would be great.
I've heard Hawaii is beautiful. I haven't gotten to visit there yet, but I think it would be lovely to visit there. If you guys could borrow one item from another superhero, like Captain America's shield or Wonder Woman's jet, what item would you borrow?
Superman's toothbrush.
Why, Batman? Why?
Because it'd be funny when he's like, I gotta clean my teeth. Where's my toothbrush? Oh no, it was that Batman again, wasn't it? And I'd be like, yes, I found it. Because I'm the world's greatest detective. Now I have super clean teeth.
Okay.
Well, that sounds more like taking rather than borrowing, but
I put it back.
Uh, well, it is important to brush your teeth. I have to get on my kids all the time about that, especially Dash. He never wants to brush his teeth long enough, but
Oh,
gotta make him.
that's unfortunate.
I'm still in Cap Shield. I already had an Iron Man suit. I guess the last thing is a Thor's hammer. However you say it.
Mew mew.
Whoever they are. No.
I've heard about that, but I've never seen it. I think it would be pretty cool. So if you ever get it, let me know, Spider-Man, and I will come swing over to your universe so I can actually see it in person, because I think that would be incredible. Did you guys have a pet growing up, or do you have one now?
Oh. Well, we don't have anything that I know of, but Dash is known for sneaking things in behind my back. I've caught him with fish and snails and other strange things in his room because he can run in so fast and get past me, and I don't ever necessarily see him when he comes home, so I have to check pretty often to make sure he hasn't snuck anything new inside.
Wow. So your son must be fast then?
He has super speed.
That must be nice. I'm sure very challenging as a parent.
Yeah.
How about you, Batman?
I've got a pet. A little bird that follows me around everywhere. And he's really annoying. But I keep him around because he's helpful sometimes to reach things on the bottom shelf when I want to bend over.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, I call him Robin.
I thought Batgirl said Robin was someone that helps you guys fight.
Yeah. Like,
Okay.
he does that sometimes too.
Okay.
A very talented person.
Apparently, Zachy's sister Olivia wants to know if you can breathe in space, Batman. I guess since you said something about space, I've never traveled to space, so I can't breathe in space, I don't think.
Yeah, I can breathe in space in my bat spacesuit.
Oh,
I've pretty much got one of everything.
sounds like it. That's pretty.
What I want to know is how Superman breathes in space.
I don't know. We'll have to ask him next time I see him. Maybe
Yeah,
we can.
take notes. I think the guy's got something up his sleeves.
I think he might. Zachy wants to know if you guys make your own capes. I don't have a cape. I have my cool hood.
Yeah, me neither. I mean, I haven't really made any of my stuff. My personal suit that I started with wasn't much. I mean, I don't have a cape, but sometimes I have gliders. That's about as closest thing.
That's pretty cool. Do you have a cape, Miss Incredible?
No, I don't. I have a dear friend, Edna, who makes all of our suits, mine and my family. And she can do incredible things. She makes suits for lots of different superheroes. But she has a very strict rule against capes because she's found that they cause some accidents and get caught in things. And so she has a very strict no capes rule. And so all of our suits are simple and do not involve capes at all.
Wow, that's good to know. I guess I won't put a cape on my my costume then. And Alex wants to know if we help the police ever. Do you ever partner up with them?
Well, sure. NYPD loves me. I think. I'm not too sure. Don't work, I guess.
I mean, my
Well,
dad.
we've had some back and forth in Municiberg, where we live, and for a while it was actually illegal to be a superhero, so we had to do some things where we worked on our own and behind the scenes. But we're trying to put together a more cooperative situation now as things are changing.
That's a good thing. I mean, my dad's a police chief, and for a while the police didn't like me. They thought I was bad. So now the police understand a little bit better about me. But at first it was kind of the same thing where I was illegal, so people weren't really excited about me. But I did help make a difference, so that's an important part.
Well, that's funny. I had a friend named Gwen who actually had a dad who worked for the police. Jeez.
Oh, that's interesting. Well, my dad does work for the police, which I'm very thankful for. I'm glad that he's figured out how to work everything out. Batman, do you ever work with the police?
Sure, my buddy Gordon. He's awesome.
Oh,
and I team up all the time. But the other cops, they're kind of jealous because I'm world's greatest detective. So every year they throw a party and they want to win world's greatest detective. But they're like, no, this year the award goes to the Batman. And they're like, boy.
so yes, you work with police then. Okay.
Yeah, I work with them, but they're jealous.
That's very sad. Hopefully you guys work out how to make each other happy and everything works together.
I buy them Christmas presents. I'm not a Grinch.
That's a good thing. I'm glad that you did that. That's very kind of you. Do you guys have a favorite zoo animal?
Well, if I'm being completely honest, here's a little secret. I'm actually afraid of most animals. You know, I'm always fighting vultures, lizards, chameleons, rhinos. I think I've fought of almost every animal ever, and I've also been hunted before by an animal. Like it's a big fear of mine.
That's unfortunate. Were you saying?
Well, I like taking my kids to the zoo. We go pretty often. I like anything that my kids like, of course, but my personal favorite, probably the octopus, just to see how he can stretch and move his arms. Just a little bit like me. I have stretching powers that I can reach and grab things from very far away. And so the octopus sort of reminds me of that, and I think it's fun to watch.
Wow, that's really cool. I didn't know that was your superpower. That's awesome. Batman, do you have a favorite animal?
I like watching the octopus play the drums. Pretty amazing.
Really? That's interesting.
I like watching spider monkeys try to play the piano because they've got such little hands. It's hilarious.
I didn't
But the
know
only zoo animal I don't trust is a lion. You never know if they're telling the truth.
that.
Sounds like a
Could
joke
be
my husband would make.
lying.
I get it. Batman.
They could be lying.
Yes.
I would
Right.
about that.
Oh my goodness. All right, on your days off, what do you guys like to do for fun?
What's a day off?
What answers that question?
Well, we keep pretty busy. My kids, Dash does track at school, so we like to go watch him run, and I always enjoy playing with my youngest son, Jack. He's just a year old, so he's quite a handful, but always entertains us. And we like to play board games and do just regular family stuff and keep an ear out in case we're needed.
That sounds like a good plan. I'm sure having a family makes things challenging. Batman, what are you doing? All right, do you guys have a favorite thing about being a superhero?
Well, for me, it's certainly working with my family. We are the Incredibles, so all 5 of us have superpowers and we work together, and that's been really special to be able to go out. And it's tricky getting used to for a while because we had to work out the logistics of what was safe, what wasn't, how to work as a team. But we're in a pretty good place now where we can all work together and use all our different powers and help each other out.
That's awesome. Must be nice to have a family.
I love being a superhero because you get your own movies and TV shows and merchandise.
Oh,
So you can fight crime and make the world a better place. Oh, and you get your own theme song. Da 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 da. Me.
I've never heard that one. Spider-Man, do you have a favorite thing about being a superhero?
I guess I say the web slinging. About the best part. Geez, superpowers, of course, but I mean, I never want to overuse them. Of course, what they say is, great power is great responsibility, kids.
That is very true. It is a big responsibility, but it's a very good and rewarding job for sure. Do you guys have a favorite gadget you use? Do you use gadgets?
I'd say so. I'm just saying, I don't know about you, Bats, but I think my web slinger covers everything your little utility belt can do. I mean, I can It's basically a grappling hook, a neck, and I can grab things with it. I don't know about you, but I think I have you covered.
Can you repel sharks with it?
That's a great question. I'm gonna have to talk to my buddy Stark about that one.
Ha!
Stark will eat webs.
How do you sling a web?
What was that?
How do you sling a web? You like web slinging?
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, it's kind of weird. You just kind of. It's more of a
Pew,
fluid,
pew. It's not working.
and
I
yeah.
want one of those. Alfred, get me a web.
I don't know. It's all in the hips, I'd say.
Oh.
A web makes sense
You're,
with spiders, but I don't think bats make webs. So I don't know if that makes quite the same connection there.
Yeah, buddy. I think that's my realm of expertise.
It does seem to be. Batman, do you
I just do have Elastigirl. Do you use elastic?
I am elastic, really. So we don't use too much by way of gadgets. Our suits are specially tailored so that my suit can stretch as far as I can. And like I said, I like flying, so anytime I can get a hold of a jet, that's a good thing to use. And we did just get back the Incredicar, which is something that Bob had before we started out, and so now we can use that to get around. But mostly for the actual saving the day work, we just use our superpowers.
Batman, I know you have a lot of various things. Do you have a specific one you like?
The Batman pizza cutter.
Really?
It's really helpful when you're fighting a bad guy made out of pizzas.
Oh, that's interesting. I've never heard of that before.
It's never happened,
Oh,
but it will.
you'll be ready.
No,
I got a lot
I'm
of...
not ordering pizza. That was somebody else. Stop it. Sorry, my kids heard pizza, and that's all they want now.
Good job, Batman. I hope you're happy.
I am.
I want a slice as well.
Hey, I can cut the pizza with my pizza cutter. Hold on, I'll call pizza. Alfred, get us pizza.
Do you guys have a crazy or fun rescue story when you were helping someone?
Well, we've done quite a few. I think the first time I worked with my kids was really the most extreme that we've had so far. That I was in a jet, didn't even know the kids had snuck aboard, and we actually ended up, the plane crashed, and we ended up having to fly out. And I turned myself into a parachute so that we could float down, and then stretched myself into a boat, and my son dashed, since he's so fast, he was the motor and kicked. And so that was quite the experience.
Wow, that sounds incredible.
Quite the day.
That really sounds like something I can't even imagine. That sounds so cool. Spider-Man or Batman, do either one of you have crazy or fun stories?
Well, I'd say I've rescued a ton of people in my day. Kids, if you ever become a superhero, I'd say watch The Love Life. The villains always come after your girlfriend, and that's not too fun.
No, it's not. That's the hard part about having anyone in your life, honestly. Batman?
There was this one time an army of aliens attacked, and they were like ninja aliens. And Superman, he was getting beat up, and he was like, "Oh no, these giant robot alien ninjas are beating me up. Batman, save me! Help, Batman, save me!" And I was like, "Don't worry, Superman, I'm coming." And I saved the day. And Superman was like, "Thank you so much, Batman. You're the coolest superhero ever."
Wow.
So are you Superman's sidekick or something?
He's my sidekick.
Huh.
You have a
Okay.
lot. Didn't you mention Robin earlier?
Robin's number 2.
I mean, Superman, it's going to be very interesting next time I run into him. I'm going to have to ask him about this story. It sounds very interesting, Batman.
Don't ask him. Don't ask him. He'll probably lie because
Oh.
he's embarrassed.
Gotcha. Okay. We'll see. We'll see.
It happened more than once.
Oh, wow. You must have a very interesting universe then, Batman, because I have never had the same thing happen twice. So that's very interesting.
I get around.
Oh, okay. If you guys were if I visited your house or your room or your bat cave, what would I find? Like, are there super secret places or you have some fun toys hanging out?
Well, so this is a fairly new house that we're in now, and it's got some great little gadgets. The floor can actually slide around, and there's a little pool in the middle of the floor. You can do different settings. It's a very, very sophisticated house. We were gifted this by someone that we were working with, and it's been a great thing to have. And lots of fun. We're still learning different things about it. There are some other little tricks that we keep discovering, so that's been great.
Wow, that's incredible. A pool inside of the house. That sounds crazy.
You don't have one of those? I thought everybody did.
That's be careful though, 'cause the first time my son Dash tried to use it, he ended up knocking the sofa into the pool because he didn't know how the buttons worked. So we do have to be careful when we open it up.
Yeah, that sounds like that would be a big deal.
Well, that's crazy. I mean, I still live with my aunt in a New York apartment. I don't know about you guys, but I haven't seen a pool in years.
Oh.
I haven't gotten to either. We don't have any in the city where I live, obviously, with my dad in the apartment. So it's same thing. We don't have any pools. I probably could find a neighborhood pool. Maybe they will let me swim. All right, Mrs. Incredible, how did you become a superhero?
Oh, well, I've had my powers since I was born, and so I really always used them to help however I could. I remember as a little kid, if we'd hit a baseball into the next yard over, I could just reach out and grab it and bring it back over, or things like that. So I always tried to help people, which I think everybody can help everyone however they can, whatever's available to them. And then at some point, I decided that it was safer to take on the superhero identity, and I became Elastigirl. That's what my name was beforehand. And yeah, we just went from there, and eventually teamed up. And after I married Mr. Incredible, we changed the name and became the whole family eventually.
That's really awesome. That sounds incredible. Spider-Man, what's the stickiest situation you've ever been in?
Wow, that's a hard one. I've been in a few. I mean, that time when I had to fight over the multiverse, I had to fight a bunch of clones of myself. But I guess I'd say the stickiest situation is when my body got switched with my arch rival, Dr. Octopus. He took over my body, and for a long time, everyone thought he was Peter Parker. Can you believe it? That's crazy. But eventually, again, we got tripped up in some multiverse stuff, and sadly, he felt he wasn't doing a job as the superior Spider-Man, so he gave it back over to me.
Wow. That sounds absolutely crazy. I mean, with my whole multiverse, it was kind of similar where we all kind of got jumbled together, but I've never had a villain try to take over. That's crazy. Glad you're safe. It's very.
You got a guy who's an octopus and a doctor?
Yeah, exactly. The guy's gone crazy now. He's yeah.
Are you sure it wasn't one of my bad guys? I fight a lot of doctors.
Really?
Yeah.
Ooh, my fight is almost a doctor. That guy turned himself into a lizard, the octopus. Huh.
Wow.
You live in Gotham.
Yeah, we gotta really watch who's coming out with these doctorates all the time.
This sounds really familiar. Most of the doctors I know are pretty cool. Sometimes they go insane, especially if they're an octopus. That doesn't help much.
Well, my guy wasn't particularly an octopus. I mean, his name was Otto Octavius, so he kind of took the name. He had all these like crazy arms and stuff.
Sounds like an octopus to me.
That sounds crazy. I don't have an octopus in my universe, and I'm very grateful I don't, because that just sounds like it would be insane.
We have a saying in Gotham, don't ever trust an octopus. It's good advice, trust me.
Weird.
You can trust me, I'm not an octopus.
Oh, okay.
Gotcha.
Batman, why do you wear all black?
'Cause it's cool. Except in summertime. And it gets really hot. Well, 'cause I operate at night, see? And it's dark at night. And I'm the Dark Knight. And, if I was wearing pink, it just wouldn't work.
No, I can imagine that probably wouldn't work very well for sure.
But I look good in blue.
I didn't know that. That's interesting. If you guys could work with any superhero, who would you choose to work with?
Dr. Octopus.
God, you said we can't trust octopuses,
Well,
Batman.
I wouldn't trust him. But I want to see him play the drums with all those arms.
I thought you said that was a villain, though. No?
I thought so too.
You see it back?
Okay.
Oh, well, maybe I should put him in jail.
Oh,
Yeah, already done, buddy. Sorry. I kind of beat you to the chase on that one. I think. You should've beat-
Good job, you get a raise.
Geez, do you get paid for being a superhero?
Yeah,
except
You do?
I pay myself,
Oh.
'cause I'm rich.
Mhm.
Okay.
So who would
Well,
you
I'll
team
go ahead
up
and-
with? Say Batman, say Batman. We're gonna
Um,
have fun, say Batman.
my biggest idol, Captain America.
it's a good one.
That's not my name.
Well, outside of my family, we have a very dear friend, Frozone, and we have worked with him sometimes. And he likes to have out. He shoots ice, and he's very quick, and he's a great ally to have. And we enjoy having him on our team, and we enjoy having him and his wife, Honey. They're both heroes, and so we'll work with them, and they'll also come over for dinner sometimes. So it's a good friendship.
Do you know Mr. Freeze?
That doesn't sound the same, no?
He shoots ice too.
Oh,
It's like that thingy on your fridge where you go to get water, but it's set to ice, and you're like, oh no, ice shoots out everywhere. That's Mr. Freeze.
Oh, yep. Frozone does that as well, and Dash thinks it's very funny, and sometimes it is. Sometimes.
There's a mutant over in my universe just called Iceman. His whole body can
Huh?
turn. Sounds like the same thing. Hey, you might be a ripoff, I think.
that's interesting. I don't have anyone that does ice in my world, so I'm really glad you guys get to handle that. I'm not good with ice. So cold. All right, so I know you guys probably have things to do, obviously. So I'm gonna only ask you guys one more question. Why do you guys hide your identity?
Huh,
Well,
Because everybody,
certainly.
if they knew who I was, they'd come over and want to party all the time. They'd be like, Batman, you're so cool. Can we come over to your house? And I'm like, no, the Batcave can't hold this many people. Okay, fine, come over. It's right behind that waterfall behind me. And I got lots of cool toys, like Star Wars toys. Arrgh. Oh no, Batman, watch out. The Rancor is going to get you. Ah.
Hey, you Batman? I'm a great Star Wars fan. Do you have a Lego Millennium? Do you have a Lego Millennium Falcon?
Yes, you can come over and help me put it together.
Oh my
See,
god!
this is the problem. Everybody's like, Batman, come over. We want to come over and play with your Legos.
That's amazing. Yeah, I have to talk to Stark
This
about
is why I can't tell everybody who I really am. That my real name's Bruce Wayne. I mean, my real name's Clark Kent.
That's interesting to know.
Doesn't really look like a Stark.
Spider-Man, did you say you were building something with Mr. Stark?
Yeah, I'm gonna build some little portal teleporter to get over to his universe. I mean, I'm a great Star Wars fan. I don't know about you guys.
I've heard about Star Wars, but I don't have it here, so I need to swing into someone's universe that has it so I can actually experience it for myself.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah,
good.
that's
It's
isn't
basically
something I'm familiar with either in my universe. So that seems to be something that just on your side, but it does sound interesting, and I'm sure my whole family would enjoy it.
Well, Star Wars definitely sounds interesting. I don't know what it is, but considering the creatures and some sort of Millennium Falcon, sounds interesting. Well, thank you all so much for answering all of my questions. It was so nice to meet you guys, and it was very nice to actually get to hear your answers of all of our fun questions. Hope we
Well, it's good to meet you as well. I'm still not quite sure how it happened, but hopefully maybe we'll get to see you again. I don't know.
maybe you'd like you can swing over to my universe. I got plenty of crime over here. You can always use some help.
You'd make a really good Robin. I could get you a new suit. If you're gonna come to the Batcave, though, bring some pizza. Because I haven't used this bad pizza cutter yet.
That's okay, buddy. I already got a supplier for great suits.
But they
Is
don't
Robin a
have
boy
Batman.
or a bird? I'm really getting confused here. Because earlier you said it was bird, but now you're offering him. I am a little lost there.
Fine, you can come too.
It's a he, Mrs. Incredible. Well, it was lovely talking to all of you. Thank you so much for answering all of my questions.
Well, thanks for having us.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.